This is a video response to venomfangx's latest video in which he complains about the defunct use of the name God and how we use it in our everyday expletives. And he gives the example of saying, "Oh my God," when you stub your toe, or "Oh God." He doesn't mention the legendary "Oh my God" guy from Troll 2, however.
Oh my God!
It's not just cultural in the American sense. You know, this isn't just an American phenomenon. I've watched foreign film.
I'm sorry, what?
I've watched foreign film.
Oh, foreign films. I'm sorry. For a moment there I thought you said you'd watched porn films. For a moment there I thought we were going to have another one of those The Secret Lives of Film-free moments.
They're using God's name in vain. They're using it casually in totally inappropriate circumstances. You know, they stub their toe and go, God. God. Christ. And why? Why do human beings gravitate towards that? Why don't we do something else?
Why do we do that? I guess it's just, they're expletives. They roll off the tongue pretty well. I mean, same way as profanity does. There's nothing particularly wrong with having sex, but if you want to drive home your point about something, to show how emphatic you are, you use a derivative, a term derived off sexual intercourse. I mean, shit, I get. That's horrible and bad. So referring to someone as a piece of shit, that I can see a connection to. But in this instance, and in the other instances of profanity, I'd say they are just expletives that roll off the tongue. I was actually looking into non-Christian derived expletives, and I did find some Finnish profanity which derived from pagan gods. I also thought of, when I heard, "Oh, for Pete's sake," although that is disputed. That apparently could be Saint Peter, or it could be for pity's sake. So yes, while I would admit that it's pretty pervasive, the Christian expletives in our culture, I think it'd be rather silly to say that, because we say "Oh my God" and "Jesus Christ," that somehow affirms their existence and that they're somewhere out there in the ether and dripping into us and our realities.
I believe it's because our primary attribute, the defining attribute of man in his fallen condition, is a blasphemer, is blasphemy. That may be a strange way of thinking of it.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that is the biblical portrayal of fallen man.
And the Bible is completely ridiculous. And by thunder, your point that we use expletives because of this is risible. And by your logic, me just using "by thunder" affirms that Thor exists and that he's telepathically beaming himself into my mind.
When I want to say, well, now I'm also going to say Jesus Christ and oh my God.
What? You can't even say it? Not even just repeating it in the past tense? Well, boy, that's really lame.
There's got to be something wrong with that, and if you can't detect that, I'll pray for you.
Okay, if I was God and I was just going through my prayer inbox and I was like, okay, we got someone who's praying for their son to be cured of cancer. Oh man, the terminally ill and critically ill section's really filling up. Oh, and I got an email saying, please make people more aware of not using my name. I'd be like, what? Fuck off, I'm bouncing this shit. I know I'm omnipotent, but don't waste my fucking time with this. There are people out there actually calling for my help, and you're writing me this petty shit?
I've even seen children, small children, 4 and 5 years old, maybe even younger, doing the same thing because they're picking it up from their parents.
Oh, so it's learnt behaviour. Well then, what is it, Sean? Is God just so evident that he's seeping his way into our language? Or Are these expletives and these profanities, do we use them because we're taught by our parents?
And we very much adopt this attitude of blasphemy towards him. And this is why the Bible says, do not use the name of the Lord in vain. Do not empty it of reverence and meaning, because the effects on the culture are devastating. The rejection of God is devastating.
Sean, I know your head is so far up your own arse that you're not going to want to learn something and change your mind on something you've been espousing tirelessly. But as I went over this with you before, the point of the third commandment, thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain, is that you don't swear that you'll do something in the Lord's name and then not do it. That's the purpose of it.
Goodness, and we wonder why the world is as violent and crude and filthy and all that stuff that we now suffer today. It's because we're robbing God of his rightful place. We're using his name in vain.
Yes, what a shame that we no longer kill people for blasphemy. And hey, as we get less religious, we also don't do stupid things like kill people for being witches. And we don't go on crusades, or do inquisitions, or put people on trial for discovering something that isn't quite in line with what the Bible says.
I also just want to tell you guys about a video that I'm planning to make. Maybe you guys saw that I'm wearing this costume that I've been building.
That's great. And how old are you now, Sean?
And you guys know I like to sort of dress up as comic book characters from time to time.
Yes. How can I forget?
What else? And The Hunger Games. I read all 3 books and saw the movie, and I'm a big fan, so just wanted to say that.
Oh, really now, Sean? I mean, talking about your comic book character projects and the movies and books you saw and read, and that you enjoyed them, I mean, to bring that into a video and a video about God, of all things, the most important thing, to trivialize God by bringing this stuff into the same video as him. Phew, gosh, Venom. And you wonder why society is how it is, with all this rape and murder. Well, I'm out, and I hope you enjoyed my video, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye now.
And God is using this thing, and God is a prayer answering God.